So guys, this was the moment Alex Oti, the governor of Abia State, paid a visit, took a bold step all the way from Abia State to Sokoto to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And guys, this visit has actually caused debate online. So many people are commending him for taking that bold step to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto, while others are attacking him for visiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Guys, this is to tell you that a lot of people has lost humanity in them. Some people are saying that he went to visit a convicted terrorist. And I'm asking myself, imagine lawmakers in Nigeria that are negotiating with terrorists. They have not come out to attack these people the way they're attacking Alex Oti. Anyways, let me take you through some reactions following Alex Oti's visit. So this person said, the outstanding governor of Abia State has gone to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison. This has been confirmed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer and his brother. In the Igbo, hear this. Igbo Warem Madu. And his name is Dr. Alex Oti. But Igbo for bears will be proud of him. And then this other person said, Alex Oti visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. Some people won't be happy about it because they want everyone to isolate from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but we will not abandon our brother. Guys, a lot of reactions coming from Nigeria because of Alex Oti's visit to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. And guys, let's not forget that Alex Oti has, assured Nigerians that, Kanu will soon be released. He said he has been working behind the scene to secure Kanu's release. And then, guys, I saw this tweet, where this person was lamenting, saying that Alex Oti actually locked Tinubu's office. According to him, said it's the renewed Hope Partner office in Abia State. He locked it up, because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, take a look at this tweet. He said, is Alex Oti trying to fight the president because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because tell me why he decides to lock, or he decided to lock the renewed Hope Partner office in Abia at this time. Seems Kanu is bigger than everyone in the southeast. Guys, let me allow you guys to take a look at this video, and also a video of where Aisha Yusuf also reacted to this visit of Alex Oti to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also Padam Baka said a lot of things concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and then some Nigerians as well came out to react also. Now take a look, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a thought under the comment section, let me know your takes on this headline, and guys, don't forget to like and share this video as well. Take a look and I'll be right back.
This is Office of Renew Hope Partners, seen by government of Abia State. It's a pity. This office is not a campaign office. It's just office instructed by Mr. President. Open up this office in the entire Southeast, including this one. This is Abia State chapter. It's not a political office. An office to sensitize Abians, the Southeast, about the program and policies and project of Mr. President in the entire Southeast. This is the office of Mr. President. So sealing it is like a political vendetta. We are calling upon whosoever that is in charge, the state government, to unseal these premises, because this is not a campaign office. It's like a liaison office for Mr. President to enlighten the Abians, the entire Southeast, about the program, policies, and project of Mr. President in the entire Southeast, and Abia State in particular, because this one is in Abia State, and all over the Southeast. None of the office has been sealed. It's not only this present one in Abia. We are waking up to see this political rascality, this political vendetta that is being meted upon the good friends and people who love Mr. President and all his policies. We are calling upon those in charge to unseal it.
Hello everyone, this is breaking news. Abia Governor Alex Oti, Sokoto government officials visit Nnamdi Kanu at Sokoto prison. Sahara Reporters is reporting it, and it's a footage obtained by Sahara Reporters shows heavy security presence surrounding the prison facility during the visit. Remember that after Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment, the very next day he was whisked off to the prison in Sokoto. For me, what I looked at in that whole scenario was to say, was the certified true copy got him? Because it was less than 24 hours and which he was whisked away, and I would have thought that the prison authority, before taking anything as authority and acting upon it, they would have waited to have gotten the certified true copy before all of that. the quickness with which she was taken to Sokoto was just sort of like a bit off. And also Alex Otti, did reveal that he had been working behind the scene a lot in terms of getting nnamdi Kanu to be released, and he was quite shocked with the state, the what's it called now, the prison sentence that was given to nnamdi Kanu in terms of life imprisonment. There's a lot of other people who have also complained. We've seen the son of Nasiru El-Rufai who said, how come there is disparity in justice when a known terrorist that had used guns and everything, was a terrorist that was caught, his own sentence, he was given 20 years imprisonment, and then nnamdi Kanu, on the other hand, was given life imprisonment. The governor of Abia State, according to Sahara reporters, Dr. Alex Otti, accompanied by officials from the Sokoto state government, visited nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, at the Sokoto Correctional Center on Sunday. Footage obtained by Sahara reporters shows a heavy security presence surrounding the prison facility during the visit. Definitely, there are going to be heavy security presence. Like nnamdi Kanu will be considered. There's one they consider maximum threat. That's why you have some to maximum security, medium, and and all of that. So there will be expectation that probably members of his group are going to maybe try to take him out of prison or cause one thing or the other, and so he will put him in that maximum security prison. But it's also surprising that he wasn't taken to Lagos, maybe in the sense that Lagos, he might have a lot of more of his supporters in Lagos, but taking him all the way to Sokoto, it's like another end of Nigeria, because Sokoto is at that whole, I know, if I remember the map of Nigeria, right? Hey, can I remember that you have the Borno side here, the Sokoto, Kebbi, whatever here, and all of that. So, and then you have the east, it's down towards the bottom here, and Lagos is down there. So they've taken, like, the distance is much. If you're going to go all the way there, it's going to be a whole lot of traveling that will be involved. On November 21st, 2025, Kanu was convicted by the Federal High Court in Abuja on terrorism-related charges and sentenced to life imprisonment. Within hours, like I said earlier, within hours, he was transferred from the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS, in Abuja to the Sokoto Correctional Facility, a move that has generated controversy and concern. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja, delivered judgment in the long-running case against Kanu. The court found him guilty on 7 terrorism-related counts brought by the federal government. Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment on 4 of the counts, 1, 4, 5, and 6. He also received 20 years and 5 years imprisonment on 2 other counts, 3 and 7. The ruling concluded that the prosecution has successfully proven its case against him. Hours after the conviction, just for those probably if you've not followed the story, Kanu on his own part did not enter a defense because his own reason was the fact that the court didn't have the jurisdiction to try him on the court. Not that he didn't even have the jurisdiction, that the issue on which he was being tried was not a crime in Nigeria, and that the act upon which it was a crime had been repealed. And of course, in Nigeria, when you've repealed an act, whatever crime that was there before, it's no longer a crime. And then you cannot tell someone that, so as long as it's not written that, you cannot tell someone that they committed a crime that the state itself, does not recognize. For a crime to be committed, the state itself must recognize that crime. So that was where he was coming from. Hours after the conviction, Kanu was moved from DSS custody in Abuja to the Sokoto Correctional Facility. Kanu's lawyer, Alo Ejimako, condemned the transfer, describing it as an attempt to isolate Kanu from his family, legal team, and supporters. Kanu's wife, Uchechi Oku Kanu, confirmed his arrival at Sokoto prison, expressing shock at the abrupt relocation. Also, Kanu's personal physician, Professor M.A.C. Agbaji, warned that the sudden transfer posed serious health risks given his medical condition. There have also been a lot of issues on the controversy over his medical condition. You saw the one that the Nigerian Medical Association came out to give a report that he was fit for trial, which his lawyer said that, no, look, they were not even given any notice. They didn't know of any check. What then did they check to be able to know whether he was fit for trial? There were also some doctors. There is one Dr. Fola Sheye, who is an ENT doctor in Lagos, had also written to NMA, to the leadership of the Nigerian Medical Association, asking them on what grounds and what authority did they issue a certificate that Kanu was fit for trial. On what basis, or following what law, what regulation, what constitution? Because what it said, the business of the Nigerian Medical Association was a bureaucratic one, in terms, not one that they actually giving out checking physical health and all of that, like giving medical services. It's usually the doctor. What NMA should have done is to recommend doctors that will now go ahead and do medical check to declare whether he's fit or not. But that wasn't done. All you saw was all of a sudden Nigerian Medical Association is bringing out a letter to the to say that he's fit for trial. And of course, like I said earlier, his medical team, his lawyers are saying he was not checked. They were not informed. So how did they get this fitness for trial that they talk about? In a letter to Bola Tinubu, the road president, he's not my president, the physician described the move as abrupt, troubling, and medically dangerous, raising fears that his health could deteriorate in Sokoto prison. But so probably as it is, they've seen Governor Oti has been there, but they don't know the details. He hasn't spoken yet. We'll continue to follow and see how everything is going on.
Hello everyone. I just want to try to be as brief as I can, and I'm dropping this quickly here because of Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration and his Justice Omotosho, I think. And I think he's the same Justice Omotosho that said Fubara should be grateful to the president for suspending him for 6 months and declaring a state of emergency in Rivers State. Yes, the same justice that passed that. Nnamdi Kanu, to say he was not going to open a defense on his case is clear. You understand? And why it is clear is that he was given a judgment by the Court of Appeal. Okay? Judgment in his favor by the Court of Appeal. The judgment was not honored by the government of the day. He was still restrained and incarcerated despite the judgment to release him, to discharge and acquit him. So now you expect the same Nnamdi Kanu to open a defense on a case that was judged in his favor by the appeal court, that the government of the day did not uphold. If the government did not uphold a judgment in his favor, it means they are not going to uphold any judgment until it's in the favor of the government of the day. This same justice that is supposed to present judgment in his matter, the same justice that said Fubara should be grateful to President Tinubu for declaring a state of emergency in Rivers State and suspending him as a governor. If his judgments are in that pattern, how do you think Nnamdi Kanu will receive fair judgment? Because his judgment is not seen as justice served. His judgment is seen as siding the government of the day. You understand? So my talking and your talking on this matter before the judgment is not prejudice. It's not prejudice because we are not directly part of the case. If anyone is directly part of the case, you have no business talking on this matter until the judgment is served. But as many of us as are out there, Nigerians, seeing these things playing out, we can come out, we can speak as much as we can because we are not party to the case, but we are seeing what's going on and we are seeing it as a great injustice to the Igbo people, to the people from the east, and to Nnamdi Kanu as a person. It's a grave injustice and it should not happen. Okay, and there's this saying that the enemy of a man is from his own household. This particular witch hunting we're talking about, I doubt if it's coming from the north If you notice, the president has not talked about it. President Tinubu, since he assumed office, he has not said anything concerning Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know why that is? Because I believe there are some powers from the east that are behind it. I believe there is a quid pro quo situation between those powers and the government of the day. Quid pro quo. Do you know why that is? It is because Nnamdi Kanu, he's been very violent in his speech. And violence in your speech is democratic. It's constitutional, because your freedom of expression is guaranteed in the constitution of the country. Freedom of expression is not just freedom of speech, it's freedom of how you tender your speech. You can be violent, whatever it is, you are expressing your pain and your grievances. Nnamdi Kanu only came out from Buhari's time, you know, to shout and to vent against the killing of Easterners by people from the north. How will herdsmen come from the north all the way to the east? You are killing people and taking away their farms. You are kidnapping them and asking government to pay ransom. From the north to the east to do all of those atrocities. Nnamdi Kanu came out. It's the same thing we are facing today, that President Trump is saying they want to send people to Nigeria because of this same matter. Nnamdi Kanu came out and vehemently condemned this. He did not say people should take guns and go and kill the president, or take guns and go and destroy the military base and all that. He said defend yourself. Defend yourself against your attackers. He may have included the military that came to carry out huge genocide in the east, Operation Python Dance and all of that. He may have said all of that, you know, because they were killing these people, and your constitution does not allow these people to carry guns, because the killers are carrying AK-47s and other assault rifles. But your people cannot carry anything other than cutlass and bottles and sticks. But they killed them after killing them in a Biafra war. You are coming to kill them again legally. I mean, are they not human beings? So if Nnamdi Kanu vehemently made statements, strong statements against these things, it's democratically allowed. Worst case scenario, you want to say it's sedition. But there's no provision for sedition in a democratic government. And even if there was provision, sedition carries maximum of 2 years imprisonment. Nnamdi Kanu has been in prison for more than 2 years, if he was even judged to be sedition. But coming out to say terrorism, Nnamdi Kanu, terrorism. You have not arrested Sheikh Gumi that said we should pay terrorists, we should pamper them, pet them, bring them, because some people offended them in the past. They have the right to kill everybody all around the country because some people offended them in the past. Sheikh Gumi that is there, pampering terrorists. You have not carried him as a terrorist. You are calling Nnamdi Kanu that is telling civilians, defend yourself. You are calling him a terrorist. You understand? So that makes no sense. And why I believe is people from his home, and I talked about quid pro quo, is that Nnamdi Kanu at best can incite the people from the east to defend themselves. And that will lead to breakdown of law and order. In democracy, there are provisions for these things. When there's breakdown of law and order all around the east, the president has the authority to declare a state of emergency in the east, whereby all politicians, all democratically elected offices will be taken over by the military, and there will now be a military takeover in the east to run the affairs of the east. Now you see where the quid pro quo can come from. It can come from the political elites in the east that are not ready to give up power. They don't want a situation where military will come and take over the leadership of the east. That's why they can be the ones behind this incarceration and trying to, you know, take off the head of Nnamdi Kanu, because he will keep speaking for the emancipation of the people from the east. But these political elites that are so power thirsty, power hungry, they won't want to give up that power. They won't want to see the military come to take over. That's why they want Nnamdi Kanu to be perpetually behind bars or executed. So if Justice Omotosho will pronounce a judgment of execution or guilty of terrorism and all that, it will not be seen as justice in the eyes of us, the people of Nigeria, and in the eyes of everybody watching. It will never be seen as justice. So if you come out there to say he's guilty of terrorism, then it will not be seen as justice. And justice is not served when it's not seen as justice before the eyes of the people. And trust me, the world is watching. This man only came to talk about the killing of his people. You understand? The killing of his people, telling them to defend themselves. After the genocide, all the Christian and Igbos directed genocide in the north, back in the days, they killed them in their thousands. If you are an Igbo man, they behead you. I heard of the ones that they removed babies from the bellies of pregnant women. And if Nnamdi Kanu is coming to talk about that, you are incarcerating him, then trust me, you are being used. You are being used by people to fight their battles. And they are using state resources for it. And you are a pawn in the game because they are using you from the case and call it political. Because this case is political. It's politically fueled. That's what I have to say. Oh, please.
Okay, I'm not America. I'm not no case. People, nnamdi Kanu. Cause we gazia. I'm not sure why no magofo na ske mbaka ku. Abuna ze makinye ku. Stage I no get up ihe mere. Oga fucking hane ku aga fucking kono. Ewenem Chineke aka enu n'isi Igbo Igbo. Igbo Igbo ga adịrị unu na mma. Ma ndị nọ na mba ma ndị nọ n'ụlọ. Achiniri m aka enu.
So guys, there have been a whole lot of reaction following, Alex Oti's visit. I saw this tweet and he says, Alex Oti shamelessly went to pay homage to nnamdi Kanu in prison today, a sitting governor openly aligning himself with a convicted terrorist. A complete disgrace to the office he occupies. For this reckless stunt alone, Alex Oti has written his fate, one term and out. I will personally make sure he never smiles a second term. Guys, this is to tell you that democracy is gone, dead and gone, guys. Imagine him, because, Alex Oti went to visit nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. He's openly coming out to say that he will make sure that he kicks out Alex Oti. In fact, he will make sure that Alex Oti doesn't come out again for a second term. Guys, can you imagine what is going on in this country? What about lawmakers that negotiate with terrorists? This man has not come out to, condemn that single act. And he's here, telling the public that he will make sure that Alex Oti, for taking this step, he will make sure that Alex Oti doesn't come out for a second term. Guys, this is really appalling. This is really appalling. And guys, there have been a lot of reactions, to what this man said. Let me take you through some of them. This one said, terrorists, but when governors and emirs sit down negotiating with bandits holding AK-47s, they clap for peace talk, abi? Alex Oti visiting nnamdi Kanu's leadership and dialogue, not cowardice. What's truly shameful is pretending selective outrage is intelligence. This is what this person said. And then this other person said, I was much bigger than myself when I witnessed Governor Alex Oti on his visit to nnamdi Kanu. I was really happy for Governor Alex Oti for showing himself that genuine care and respect. Governor Alex Oti is a human being grounded to the core. My deepest heartfelt respect for you, Alex Oti. Bless you. This is what this person said. And then this other person said, Governor Alex Oti's visit to nnamdi Kanu is more than a political gesture. It's a bold statement of leadership. When a leader steps into difficult spaces to advocate for justice, it sends a clear message. The people's voice matters, whether you agree or disagree with Kanu. Due process and fairness are non-negotiable in any democracy. This is the kind of courage Nigeria needs right now. This is what this person is saying. Guys, another person said, say whatever you like about Alex Oti, but one thing is clear. This governor has not forgotten him. He showed compassion and empathy. His courage to visit nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto shows he still stands where his conscience placed him. Mazi will not die there. He will be free someday. Every martyr in history has walked the same painful path, condemned today, celebrated tomorrow. When nnamdi Kanu grows old and eventually leaves this world, he will remember as a legend, not as a prisoner. And that soundtrack in this video, very sensitive and emotional. It carries the pain, the hope, and the spirits of the people who refuse to give up. Mazi, you will be free and your people will be happy. Guys, this is what this person is saying. Yes, somebody like Mandela, he was convicted and then he came out and became the president. So another person said, while I understand your strong feelings about Alex Oti's recent visit, I have to ask, why single him out? Political dynamics are often more complex than they appear. Labeling Oti a terrorist supporter for paying homage to nnamdi Kanu overlooks the broader context of political relationship and can be misleading. Moreover, declaring his fate as one term and out feels premature and somewhat dismissive of the electorate voices. Instead of targeting individuals with personal attacks, let's focus on the real issues at hand, policies and governance that truly affect Edo State. How about we discuss what policies we want to see instead of just blaming OT. That's a conversation worth having. Guys, you can imagine, me personally, I feel it's unprofessional for, people to attack Alex Oti for just going to pay homage to his brother nnamdi Kanu. Guys, and someone is boldly saying that because of Alex Oti did this, because of he took this action, that he will make sure that he doesn't come out trying to like rubbish democracy in public. Guys, this country is finished. So this person said, so Alex Oti visiting nnamdi Kanu is suddenly foolish, but government officials smiling with bandits and negotiating with terrorists in the north is normal. Oti chose dialogue and peace, something noisemakers fear. Abia stands with him, cry no more. So Alex Oti is the only governor in the southeast that took that bold step to go to Sokoto to visit nnamdi Kanu. No southeast governor, all of them, about 5 of them has, done this. That makes him very outstanding and, fearless. Some of them might be fearing, punishment from Abuja, or they're scared of being denied favor from Asorok because of, going to visit nnamdi Kanu. Maybe that's why they are silent. So, but, Alex Oti took that bold step. He doesn't even care of what anybody will say or what, Tinubu will say. He went, to visit nnamdi Kanu. So, guys, a lot of reaction following Alex Oti's visit to nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. Guys, let me know what you think about this. Drop your thoughts under the comment section. Let me know your takes on this. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and share this video for more updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.